Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today in our Students Corner segment of IIUM TV. And as you all have been informed that today we are going to have an online forum that we will discuss about a very interesting topic, and the topic is about all IIUM students should be made compulsory to do double degree in IRK as a requirement for graduation regardless of kuliah to ensure deep understanding of Islam in their life as a Muslim. I think this is a very interesting topic because it requires us to think out of the box, right? Okay, so because of that, today we have brought to you two panelists to discuss about this topic, about this new requirement, whether it should be implemented in our campus or not. Okay, so without further ado, I will introduce to you our first panelist, which is Sister Rashida. For your information, Sister Rashida is the President of Engineers Student Society of IIUM. Okay, and our second panelist is Sister Fariha, and she is the Vice President of Losok IIM. Okay, so last but not least, it is me. I am Munira binti Mujahid, and I will be your moderator for today's forum. Okay, so we will start our discussion right now. Before we evaluate whether this new requirement should be implemented or not, we have to look at the facts of this new requirement first. Okay, what are the facts? The first one is when all of the students of IIUM are doing double degree, means that the students will take two different courses at the same time during their undergraduate studies. Okay, that is the first fact. Okay, the second fact will be when all IIUM students are doing double degree, of course they will receive two different scrolls during their convocation day, because we know that during convocation day we will receive a scroll which contain our degree certificate, right? Okay, so when students are doing double degree, of course they will receive two different degree certificates. The first one is for their first degree and the second one is for their second degree. Okay, next is this third fact is if all IIUM students are required to do double degree in IRK courses, then these students can be considered or can be called as IRK students because all of them are taking courses from IRK department, right? Okay, so I think that is all the facts for if this new requirement is to be implemented in our campus. Okay, so after we know all of these facts, only then we can evaluate, because if we have already know the facts, it means that we have truly understood about the requirement. Okay, so right now we have to know about the advantages or the benefits of this requirement if it is going to be implemented in our campus. What will be the positive impacts? So in order to know that, we will have our first panelist to share her views or opinions regarding this matter. So Sister Rashida, can you please tell us what do you think will be the positive impacts of this new requirement if it is going to be implemented in our campus? And also, what do you think their reactions and emotions will be if this new requirement is implemented in IIUM?
Okay, I would like to say thank you so much for inviting me as your speaker today. Okay, I feel so excited to answer all the questions from you, Munira. Alright, the first question is about positive impact from students. Okay, my first point is all students will possess a lot of religious knowledge because they will learn IRK subjects thoroughly and in details. So automatically they have stronger basic knowledge about Islam. Either they are from religion or non-religion courses. Am I right? Okay, and the second point is every IIUM student will have more job opportunities compared to students from different universities as they can find job in their other field or which is IRK courses or in their own courses. Okay. As you all know, nowadays students who are freshly graduated from their university, it's quite hard and difficult to find a job. Alright, and my last point is all students will have a better understanding about Islam as they can relate their other courses with Islamic teachings. Okay, they will expert in both knowledge which are about our life and also about hereafter, of course. Okay, we move to the second question. What the students feel if IIUM implement this requirement? Okay, I think some of students will not satisfied. Okay, because they don't want to take double degree. Okay? Their study plan already full with their core courses. Alright. Maybe some of students is happy, but some is not. They will feel worried because they are not interested at all, and not all students able to study a lot of subjects in one semester. Yeah, it will be affected to their studies and also, of course, their results, their CGPA. Okay, but some students will be happy maybe because they are willing to learn, or maybe they love to gain more knowledge about IRK courses. Okay, that's all from me. Can move to the next panelist. Okay, right.
Okay, thank you so much, Sister Rashida, for your opinions. So after listening to what Sister Rashida has shared with us, we have acknowledged positive impacts of this new requirement if it is going to be implemented in our campus. And I think by just knowing the advantages of this requirement is not enough for us to evaluate, for us to determine whether this requirement should be implemented in our campus. So we also have to look at the disadvantages or the negative impacts of this new requirement. And for that, I would like to ask our second panelist to share with us what will be the negative impacts of this new requirement. So, Sister Fariha, can you please share with us your opinions regarding this matter?
Thank you, Sister Mira. So let's continue to another point. The possible negative impact will happen if this new requirement takes place. First, the duration of the study might become longer than 4 years as the total credit hour will increase. Furthermore, if the student faces certain subject. Besides that, Students who never study Islamic subject in school might not interested in IRK courses and might not excellent their study. Lastly, students who cannot excellent with this new requirement might quit study in IIUM as doing double degree is not an easy thing to do. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Fariha, for your opinions regarding the negative impacts of this new requirement. Wow, I think this discussion has become more intense right now, and it's kind of difficult for us to determine whether this new requirement should be implemented or not, right? But rest assured, because we still have a few more points to be looked at before deciding whether this new requirement should be implemented or not. Okay, so just now Sister Fariha has just mentioned about the negative impacts of this new requirement, right? But yeah, is there any alternative that the campus can do to prevent all of those negative impacts from happening? So, Sister Rashida, what do you think of it? Is there any alternative for it?
Yes, of course. There are some alternatives that IIUM can do first. Okay? I think they need to do more research about the implementation, like observation or maybe interviews on students about this requirement. By doing that, we can know their feedbacks and opinion about this. Okay. And next, IIUM also can implement this new requirement, but they should be given two options of language use in IRK courses. One is Arabic language and one is English language. Okay. Or maybe they have to try to change the status of double degree to minor and major studies. Okay, for students who cannot take IRK as their second degree, they need to declare it as their minor studies only, as doing minor is not as heavy as doing double degree yet. They can still have a deep understanding of Islam. Yeah, so I think that's all. Yeah, that's all my thoughts and ideas. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sister Rashida, for your opinions. I think I have to agree with that. Okay, so after acknowledging all the points and explanations given by our panelists, I think we can now decide whether this new requirement can be implemented or not in our campus. Okay, so allow me to wrap up our today's interesting discussion. Okay, from all the explanations given by our panelists today, I think I have to disagree with this new requirement. I am so sorry, because if we look back at all the points, all the views and opinions given by our panelists, there are a lot of disadvantages rather than advantages if this new requirement is implemented in our campus. Okay, because from what I see, this new requirement will be a burden to students, to those who already have a lot of credit hours to be fulfilled. And also, studying should be fun and enjoyable to students, to learn something that they are interested in and not being forced to. Therefore, all the alternatives that have been suggested by our second panelist earlier should be taken into account. Okay, Alhamdulillah, I guess our discussion went well today, and I really hope that our online forum today benefit all of us that participate in this forum. And I want to thank our panelists, Sister Rashida and also Sister Fariha, for their willingness to join us and to share their opinions and views for today's discussion. And yeah, I think that's it. That's all for today. Thank you so much, and see you again next time. Bye bye. Assalamualaikum.